Hello, my name is Amina and I'm your decision-making specialist. And today is May 7th, 2020, and that means that it is day 53. Yep, here we are, or here I am. You may be out wandering and watching this later, or you may still be in shelter in your place, wherever you are. And I am sending really, really good wishes to you wherever you are. And of course, my best to everyone who's out there that does not have the luxury of being in their shelter, isn't feeling well, maybe headed to some other shelter, the hospital, maybe does not have a shelter and is really scrambling for one. Wherever and whoever you are, I am hoping that somehow you can have at least one moment, an eyelash of a moment of being able to just exhale. And that's my highest hope right now. In amongst all of this, I've been working with my business clients and my personal clients. I work on the business level and then I work on their personal level so we can put them all together and they aren't just raggedly separate, and all in that with the circle of well-being in their decision making. And in the middle of that, what I've noticed is, especially working at home, or if they're going out working and then coming back to the homeschooling, all the uncertainty, all the chaos, all the confusion, that time management is really incredibly in the forefront. We've talked about having routines, we've talked about talking together and deciding who's going to do what during the day and the kids' schedule and so forth. Even in the midst of that, I'm finding that there's still pressure, lots of pressure. And it's not so much about not doing everything perfectly or not doing everything. Some of the pressure of the time is that somehow there's a tendency to get locked into one thing and just turn that funnel so that we're looking through that small end. And some of my clients that are working from home are keeping track of their hours. I don't mean that they just keep track of every minute. We're just tracking a little bit for their well-being about when they come in to work and when they go out. And I've been noticing that sometimes the going in is just about the same. Maybe it varies 15, 20 minutes, just about the same. However, the longer that we have been in shelter, I'm noticing the longer the hours. There again, it's not really noticeable in that it's 10 minutes, and then pretty soon it's 20 minutes, and pretty soon it's adding up to an hour different than when they were pacing themselves a little differently. So I've talked with a couple of them, and what they've said, and these are my words of what they've said, is that once they're there, they're starting to feel that old tendency of that slippery slope of the rabbit hole that, well, one more thing, I'll just get one more thing done, and then I'll go for the rest of my day. So we've been talking about how to work with that. And the traditional, or a lot of the ways of doing that, are that you just put a marker on your iPhone or your Android, you set an alarm on your computer, something so that there is a marker of the end of the day. For some people, that will work. Also, they'll make an appointment with themselves, and they'll figure that at 5 o'clock they have an appointment, so they need to leave work. And sometimes that works. A lot of times what I'm noticing, and maybe you do, maybe a lot of you do, a lot of us, and that is that they will break an appointment date with themselves. They're always on time, right there ready when it's our conversation time, our appointment. If they have an appointment with someone else, they're right on it. They're on Zoom, they're on the phone, they're on Skype, they're on wherever they're supposed to be. And if they tell their kids they're going to be doing something outside at a certain time, they're there. They're just there. However, and maybe you do this, I know I do sometimes, raising my hand, and maybe probably we all do if we take a minute or a second and sort of go inside and be quietly honest with ourselves. We don't keep appointments with ourselves. No. We just keep pushing it, forgetting it, or never making it. We think about it and we think, oh, that was a great idea, make an appointment with myself. Sometimes even go through with it on the schedule. Put a little bell, put 2 bells, put a snooze so you always have another warning coming. However way, just please notice if and when you make an appointment with yourself to mark the end of your work day or mark the beginning of a me, myself, and I time, if you keep it. And if you notice, like my clients are beginning to notice, and like I have noticed, if you begin to notice that with yourself, I have an offer. And that offer is, rather than trying to manage time and get it back here and then put it in one place and hope it stays, or keep an appointment with yourself when the odds are you're going to sort of niggle-naggle and not quite keep that appointed time. My offer is that you pay attention where your attention is and your awareness. If you pay attention to your awareness, then you are more likely to follow through on your intentions. So be aware, rather than just get locked in and hypnotized and pressurized to do the one more thing, or to just kind of stay there because that way is familiar and everything else is unfamiliar. Pay attention to your awareness. Where is your focus? Is your focus locked in? Is your focus on getting the task to a certain point, getting the project to a certain point, closing the meeting at a certain time because your intention is to leave the job, to walk away. Get up from your computer. Get up from your desk. Get up from your kitchen table. Get out of your closet, wherever your new office is at home. And I am more than imagining, I'm almost going to guarantee that when you pay attention to your awareness, you'll know where you are at each moment. And once you know that, you will know, oh, this is the moment that I follow through on my intentions to close up shop and continue the rest of my day. Try it. Remember, you are the one that wants to write your story, and you want to write it in a way that you have followed through on your intentions, and especially on your commitment for well-being to yourself, because you're also building that legacy. And remember, a legacy isn't based on our hopes and our dreams unless we are the ones that follow through on them and walk into them as a reality. Thanks for coming. Mind your focus, and your time management will automatically be there. Try it. And something else to try is press that button for subscribe. Let me know how you're doing with your at-home timing. And come back tomorrow. As far as I know, I'm going to be here, and so I will be watching for you, and I'll be delighted when you show up. Okay, bye for now. Come back.